Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to True Telos Trading. Today is January 5th, 2026, the first actual trading day of the year, the first day that we actually get to participate in the market where stocks are coming out with a lot of news. There was a lot of things happening this morning. We got a good quality stock, an A plus quality stock that we got to trade on this morning. It is actually the first stock that I have ever traded. The ticker is MNTS. Again, we are green on that stock, not by a lot, but a green day nonetheless. It's these little bases that are going to take our account very far. Let's go ahead and get into that stock to see how we traded it today. The stock that we traded today, the ticker was MNTS. And like I said earlier, this is the first stock that I actually traded. I do remember when I did trade the stock, it was me first getting into the market. I didn't know a whole lot. I had bought it at a certain price and then I had dipped, and I held this stock for like 4 days. I remember holding this stock for a long period of time, hoping that it would come back up. And we were in the process of developing our True Telos trading grading skill, but the discipline wasn't there and the strategy was not there. But now, it's a new year. It's been a long time since I traded this stock in general, and we are positive on it today. Makes me feel good. Makes me feel like we are progressing on with the way that we are trading. Again, today's date is the 5th of January. It's a whole new year. This stock did have news today. It had news of developing some type of fuel tanker to be used in the next mission. I do believe the first time I traded it, they had just got a contract with either NASA or SpaceX. This would be a +3 here. It just had a recent reverse split. The float is all the way down below 2 million shares. Is about 1.4 million shares. This will be a +2 here, definitely below 10. It had made a giant spike this morning from about 650 all the way up to 850. So definitely up over that 40%. Oh, and the 200 MA is all the way down there at below $2. And like I said, it made a big spike this morning, getting up to 8. So definitely above that 200 MA and definitely up above 40%. This would be a +2 and a +1. The price was under 10. I actually bought the stock at $8.46. So I bought the dip that it made after it got to a high of $9.02. I went ahead and bought the dip. So when we get down here to the strategy, we're going to name that off dip to resumption, but definitely below $10 since I bought it at below 9. Like I said, about 8.46. It was the number one stock in the market when I traded it this morning. It was the number one stock briefly, but the number one nonetheless. It is not at any all-time highs. This would be a 0 here. If we had all of these together, this gives us a score of 10. And according to our True Telos trading grading scale, a score of 10 is an A+ phenomenal stock. The strategy that I said earlier we used to enter this stock, we saw it make that massive big move from 650 all the way up to 850, all the way up to $9.02. But we didn't want to enter on that momentum. That momentum scares me a little bit, because what happens when I am trading and I rush into the trade like that, I catch the top of the move. Like I would have bought at $9.02. And then I would have caught the move. I would have caught the backside of the move, and I would have been down like 50 cents a share or more. So that's not something that I wanted to do, not something that I want to do for the foreseeable future. So that dip to resumption, it got up to 902. Bought the dip at 846. Today we got a profit per share of 19 cents. So 19 cents per share. A small profit, but a profit nonetheless. Let me get this over here. 0.19. We were in this trade for less than a minute. This goes great with my strategy. Everything that I want to do. Let me see. Was it a little bit over a minute? Because that actually matters. Let me go ahead and check the time. Nope, right there at a minute. So it will be that 30 to 60. We got a small profit today, but like I said, a profit nonetheless. We are up today $6.47. We were only able to buy 34 shares of the stock at our current buying power, but 19 cents a share, I call that a great day. So we are up $6.47. Like I said, not a very big green day, but a green day nonetheless. We are following our rules and sticking to our true Telos trading grading scale, maximizing profits and minimizing losses. Let's go ahead and get into the chart to see how we traded this stock today. This is the stock we traded this morning, MNTS. And as you can see, it made a really decent move here. So I saw this thing popping up right here, and I had marked off the high of day. I told myself that I was going to buy shares of this stock as soon as it made that move higher. I hesitated on this entry because this thing was moving so fast. Had a small pullback here, it got up to a high of 740, a small dip down here to 733, and then a rip up way up here to $8.84. Like I said, it was a huge move, and I'm sitting here looking at it like, okay, did that actually count as the dip to resumption? It only dipped like 7 cents. Can I go ahead and enter? I did see the news on this stock. We had a few stocks that were moving this morning. They weren't moving like this one was, but they were moving pretty good. And I saw that they were moving up, and they made a full retracement. This is something that was happening even before the new year began. And I'm thinking, I was thinking that this is the movement that I'm going to be seeing from here on. Even though we have a lot of things that are happening at the beginning of a new year, we still don't see these stocks that are holding up. We see them making these big moves and then giving us a full retracement. That led me to hesitate a little bit on the entry, and I did not want to enter as it was going up. I wanted to wait for a little bit of selling, a little bit of a pullback before I actually got in, and that's exactly what I did. So we see the stock made on this candle here move all the way up to $9.02. The next candle I saw like a little bit of a pullback here, and the low of this candle here is $8.48. I waited until I saw the stock moving. Was it moving back up just off of just moving back up? Hit that low and then moving back up to those highs. I then purchased shares, and I purchased at $8.46 here. I was only able to buy 34 shares of this stock when doing this, just for that retracement back up to the high. And like I said, I'm only looking for 10 to 20 cent of profit per share. So it got up there on this candle to $8.83. I was literally sitting there looking at it like, oh, I should probably get out of this thing. That is my profit target. So I hesitated on that exit a little bit as well. So I was literally waiting for this thing because I saw it moving like this, I'm waiting to see if it's going to move up here. It made the move a little bit later, like 2-3 minutes later, but I'm waiting to see if it gives me another big move to another, like probably $1 a share. That's something I was hoping. It didn't give me this move right here. It kind of stalled out, gave me that double top, and I went ahead and exited on this candle. I wanted to exit up here at close to 880. But when I press that sell button, it's called a bit of slippage. It seems to happen a lot. When I press that sell button, it drops down immediately like that. And that's not something that I like, but I'm still able to capitalize on getting that 10 to 20 cent of profit per trade or per share that I buy. So I'm going to go ahead and stick with it because this is something that I'm definitely seeing. We're on a good green streak here. I have to go back and look, but I think it's like a 5-6 day green streak. And it's something that I'm definitely going to keep because this is just showing me that my strategy is working for these stocks that I see moving according to the True Telos trading grading scale. So dip to resumption, we saw the thing pop up, waited for it to dip. Saw on the level 2 that we didn't have a lot of sellers on the stock, went ahead and bought as it was coming back up, exited the stock when we got our 10 to 20 cent per share, and that is our one trade of the day. We are up, like I said, $6.47 on a small account, small but green nonetheless, and it's something that we're going to continue to do for the foreseeable future. Welcome to the new year, and I hope you all are having a great one. For us traders, I hope we have a great year and that we're learning everything that we can for the time being and improving improving on our strategies as we continue forward. If you like this content, please don't be afraid to like and subscribe. If you have any questions for me, as always, I'm an open book when it comes to everything. I wish you all a great this year, 2026, and I will see you all tomorrow.